If you're headed to the grocery store for your regular shopping run, organizing your shopping list in groups based on helpful criteria, such as categories or types, will save you time and energy by narrowing down where to locate these items. You can really cut down on the time spent navigating back and forth across the store, picking items as you go, if you arrange your list in groups that make sense. The same can be said for line items on transactions within Striven. If you know what you're looking for and where to find it, you'll spend less time searching and more time accomplishing your goals. This release video will highlight Striven's new line item grouping feature. With this release, we've added this feature to sales orders, invoices, and sales receipts to provide the ability to group line items by item type, item category, or by creating custom groupings. This feature will not only allow for grouping line items, but will also involve a group footer, subtotalling each group as well. At the time of the release, the new line item grouping feature will be disabled by default for existing tenants. Those who wish to turn this feature on for their Striven system will need to navigate to Company, Settings, Accounting, AR, and Settings to locate the option to allow grouping of line items for sales orders, invoices, and sales receipts. When grouping by item type, you'll be able to organize your line items under an item type header. Item types include inventory, non-inventory, service, item group, discount, fixed asset, and manufactured. This will gather all line items of the same type into one section on your transaction and provide a subtotal of those items. Grouping by item category will arrange your line items into groups by their assigned item categories and provide a subtotal as well. The Custom Group option offers the ability to enter a group name and then select the individual line items you wish to add to this group. There's also the option to add all ungrouped items at once to your custom group. The Options menu also houses the Manage Groups and Remove All Groups settings. The Manage Groups option allows you to sort the groups on the page by clicking and dragging the group name to the desired position, as well as to edit a group name, create a new group, and includes the option to show subtotals for each group in the subtotal section below all items. Should you wish to remove all groups, but keep the line items, you can select Remove All Groups, and the line items will just be listed in the original order in which they were added to the list. On the far right side of each group header, you'll see the Kebab menu with options to edit the group name or remove the group. While nested in groups, all line items will have a Kebab menu on the left side with options there to move the item to another group or remove the item from the current group. Adding new line items after grouping your existing line items will not automatically list the new items in the corresponding group. Newly added items will be listed at the bottom of the groupings as ungrouped items. Regrouping is an option to ensure newly added items are listed in the corresponding groups and can be easily accomplished by removing all groups and then selecting your preferred grouping option again. An existing feature on sales orders is the ability to drag and drop items into a specified order. This feature is still an option, but if grouping is enabled, it will only work within the groups, not between different groups. In addition to this new feature, updates have been added to the sales order, invoice, and sales receipt formats in order to accommodate the new group headers and footers. These options can be found in the Items section of the formats and will need to be enabled in order to display the group header, which is the group name, and/or the group footer, which is the subtotal, on the printable formats. Additionally, if the sort order column in the format is set for amount, the items will be sorted automatically by amount within each group. As a general note, these transactions will also display in the customer portal based on the settings configured on the transactions and formats within the system. One last thing to note about this new addition to the system is that when the grouping feature is turned on and transactions are created, turning the grouping feature off will cause those transactions to still display the line items in the configured groups, but none of the grouping-related options would be available. The grouping feature would need to be re-enabled to make any changes to the grouping on those transactions. This new feature will facilitate a variety of optimization options for your transactions. Having the ability to group items and include subtotals on the transactions will really help your customers break down the prices and see how the whole transaction adds up in a more clear and straightforward manner. Seeing estimate options grouped by category or a custom grouping will make it easier for field service businesses to show parts versus labor in the subtotal section. This feature can also help your staff accomplish more in less time by making it easier to fulfill orders with line item grouping in order to find and ship items more quickly and efficiently. The benefits and uses of this new feature are countless for a variety of aspects of your business and will help your company succeed with Striven.